Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to shine your boots, especially for boot camp. So for boot camp purposes, you're only going to be shining the top, but however when you're out in the fleet, they're going to want you to shine the whole thing. So you do get a standard starter boot camp kit. However, the cotton's not included, but the paste is, so pay 2 brushes. However, I prefer not to use the 2 brushes. It's not really effective. The brush is only used for real quick touching up your boots. So, at the end, the main objective of your boots is to make it really, really shiny. And so the kit's going to come with like a cloth and 2 of these pastes. And your RDC might want you to use your skivvies for the first time. So, you can use your skivvies for the first time, but however, later on, you do have an option to purchase the cotton balls to shine your boots. And, I'm going to be explaining a lot of technical skills, so this is a little bit difficult. You guys actually have to try it and then, kind of think about what I said, which is a little bit going to be difficult. But just kind of remember or take notes and take the note with you maybe when you go to boot camp as to how to shine the boots properly. All right, so let's begin. All right, so I did strip my boot with all the coats that it had previously before starting this video. And so when you have, let's say, your skivvies, you want to get it lightly, dip it in water. So do a light dip. You don't want to soak it. You just want it to be moist enough so that you can get the paste and then rub it with decent. So like right now, if you get like a raw and this hasn't been wet, it's not going to really be easy to apply. However, if you wet it a little bit, the paste comes out much easier, and it's a little bit hard to do with one hand. And with it, what you're going to do, like I said, I'm only going to be doing the top. So you're just going to get it down and do small circles all the way throughout the top. And I'm not going to be showing you of me doing this for a long time. So you want to be ideally doing this applying the paste for right about, I would say, 3 to 4 minutes. 3 to 4 minutes. Apply the paste. You don't want to do it too much. You don't want to soak it with water. You just want to soak it enough so that you can easily apply the paste. So your main objective is to get the paste on the boot. All right, so you can clearly see that this one has the paste applied. It's not finished, okay? So this is just the paste, and this is when it's stripped, completely stripped. This is when it has the paste applied. So the objective when you apply the paste is when you get the paste, you want to just go in circles for, like I said, 3 to 4 minutes, because you want to make the friction kind of melt the paste onto your boot. That's how I was explained. And then afterwards, after you get a good amount done, now you're going to want to buff it with water. So you're just going to gently soak the cotton ball. You don't want to dip it. If you dip it, it's too much. You don't want to do too much water. And the way you did too much water is when you are in boot camp, and when you do try this, you're going to see that your boots are going to crack. And that's very common if you have too much water layered up. Your boots the paste is going to start to crack and come off real easily. Okay, so now I'm just going to buff it out with water, like I said, right about another 3 to 4 minutes. All right, so real quick, as you can see, if I can zoom in. All right, so as you can see, a lot of times all you really want to do is dab the water and maybe put it on here on your skivvy or cotton, or dab the water and just kind of lightly go around, and then go in circle motion and go around. What you don't want to do is like soak your boot with so much water that it's like covered with water. You don't want to do that. You just want to apply just little enough that you can rub it out and make it dry really, really quick. So the paste reacts with the water, and when you apply the paste initially, you apply the paste and then you make it stick on there with friction when you go around the first time, and the way it shines is you do the same thing but with water. Okay, so I'm going to do this, and then I'm not going to do the other boot because I want you to show you the difference. And so, after I finish doing this with the water, I'll show you to do another coat. Alright guys, so as you can see, you can't really see how good it is with the lighting, but you can instantly tell the difference. So let me cover up the light a little bit, maybe. Alright, so you can instantly tell the difference in the shine and in the coat. So this is just one coat. So this is just one coat, and this is when it's stripped. So you would apply the same thing, the one coat with the other one. At the same time, while you're doing that, you let this dry, and then after you finish this, you apply another coat to this, and ideally you want to do this 5 times. So for the sake of this video, I'm just going to do it 3 times total. Alright, so now I'm going to work on this boot. Alright, so I'm still applying the paste with this. So you can see it's a little bit shinier now. So I just wanted to remind you guys, you don't want to do a lot. Alright, you don't want to do like bunch and then start rubbing it all over the place. You just want to do a little by little. So from here, you can see that this isn't a lot, and then it's enough just to do this right about, like, go in circles, right about maybe 3 to 4 times. Just get enough, and you don't want to put too hard pressure. You're not squeezing it down. You're just lightly rubbing it in circles, making sure that you have light enough coats, because you're going to do 5 coats. You want to do it lightly, light coats, and then rub it around. Make sure you cover all edges, and then after, when you do this, when you rub it around, the friction makes it stick onto the boot. All right. So as you can see, with one coat, so this is the boot that I just worked on. You can see the difference with the coat on. Now I'm going to be working on this. So the next image that you're going to see is when I applied 2 more coats to this and 2 more coats to this. And guys, this is a long process. So I'm hurting right now just sitting down here applying this for like 10 minutes each on one layer. And imagine doing this 5 times each. You do get like right about 6 hours on Sunday to be able to do this. So that's one of the times why you get so much layers done. And one of the reasons why you do a lot of layers, it's because once, let's say it gets dirty, right? So let's say I scuff it. Because you have so many layers on, all you need is water, and then rub it in circles, and the layers that you had previously, the first few layers will shine back through. That's why you put so many different layers. For example, you will hear a lot of people using parade gloss when they're in boot camp. Parade gloss can't do that. Parade gloss, the paste itself is not designed for that. However, this paste, the original paste that you get when you're in boot camp, that's what it's for. You apply multiple different layers, and then once it gets scuffed, you just get some water and you use your cotton ball or skivvies and just shine it back through, and it's easier that way. Okay, so it just lasts much more longer. Alright, so this is after 3 coats each. Alright, so now you can leave it as just is. However, when you're in boot camp, your boots are kind of your pride of the uniform. So I'm going to be teaching you a little bit of a trick to make it stand out much better. So I'm going to do this, do it with this boot, and then compare it side by side. Alright, ready? Alright, so you guys can clearly see the difference. So this one has a specific line. So this part right here is a steel toe tip, okay? So I highlighted the steel toe tip because when you apply the paste to, like, right here, when you go too far, so you can see all these crack. So even if you apply it, it's going to crack because just when you're just wearing it, it's normally just going to crack, and it's something that you can't prevent. However, later on, this side is something maybe you put 1 layer on, and then from here you put 3 layers on the tip. So that's something when you are out in the Navy, you would do. So now you have a choice. You can either do it with one side, or just like apply it and then just leave it as is, both. Or if you like this design better, I'll show you how to do it. So you would see your boots. So when you press it down, you can see the steel toe where the steel tip is. And then from where the steel is, I mean, you can't really see it because it's from the camera angle, but when you're actually doing it, you can see much better. So when you press it down, you can see where the steel is. And then from here, you get like your recruit card, or when you have your credit card. And then let's see if I can do this with one hand. All right. And then just dab a line, and then just move downwards. And you can start to see it make a difference. And then that's why you would do all the way through. So you'd make a line ideally, so from one tent to the other, and then you would just scrape it down. The things that you've been working on, you would scrape it down and it would remove it. So it would strip it again. So that's how you would strip it, by scraping it off with like a card. Alright guys, so that is how you shine your boots when you're in boot camp and make it look great. So you can see it's very, very shiny, and once it gets scuffed, like I said, you can, get water, get cotton. So after each used cotton, you have to throw this out, because once you use it, it gets hardened and it becomes really hard. You can't reuse that. You can technically, however, it's not going to be as good as when you're actually first using it when it's really, really soft. So when you use it the second time, it's going to be extra hard. And it's not going to look as good. It's going to look very waxy, if I can say it. There's going to be like little marks all over it from trying to water it down. Now, I kind of have to shine my whole boot, but for boot camp purposes, this is how you would shine your boots, guys. All right. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, put it in the comment section below. And I hope you guys have a great Navy day, guys.